which therapist you need.
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Therapy Thursday is here. It's where we talk it out, work it out, help some of the folks that listen to us maybe maneuver some sort of problem. I have a doctor on my left by the name of Dr. Davi.
Ready for you.
I have a medical professional on my right by the name of Meredith, MD.
Well, hello.
And if you have time to put your foot in the stirrups, I'm Orlando BGYN. Okay, so we have all points covered up in here. 888-429-0941. There is a question. Oh, no. They hung up already.
They got cold feet.
All right. So who has one? Because I have a few.
Okay, Davi.
Dímelo.
I'm a 36-year-old single dad dating an 18-year-old OnlyFans model.
Congratulations on that accomplishment.
She wants to get serious. I don't know if I should let that happen. I don't know if I wanted to get serious in general. She spoils me, and I really enjoy it. I just don't want to lose that aspect of it, but I definitely don't want a serious relationship with an OnlyFans model.
Well, I think that's your answer right there.
Hey, let's not be hasty.
How should I let her know?
He said she spoils me.
Yeah, I understand that. I would just take this as a temporary thing. She is half your age and you have a kid. Eventually what you guys want and need is not gonna align. And I don't know. I think this is a fun short-term thing. Ride it out. But as far as getting serious with said person, I think it's a recipe for disaster. I think you guys are in two very, very different places in life, and it's not going to end well.
If I could add one thing, it depends on how you met him. Because if you met her because of OnlyFans, then you kind of can't judge because you entered into the dragon.
Yeah, you were paying.
You came in. So if you met them that way, you can't really. It's like meeting Davi, and Davi's a DJ, and it's like, you know what? You should probably look for a different career choice to be with me. It's like, you met me doing this. It's like, so if OnlyFans was part of that meeting, that might need to take a little grain of salt. That's all.
And for me, I think the fact that she's 18, bro.
Yeah,
like
he's 36.
Let it
half
go.
Half your age, dog.
Half your age.
Boy, that's a successful move
and
right there.
Half your age hits a lot different when they just became legal. Like, she's 18.
Yeah, that's too young.
And she's spoiling you, though.
I get it.
Then we just got back to the good part, Meredith. God, boy, you can have a woman spoiling you. You a good day. All right, let's see. Dr. Meredith is up.
Yes.
It says Dr. Meredith. It's Meredith MD, but we'll take that. Dr. Meredith, if you're dating a guy casually, do you expect the guy to come through with birthday gifts for your kid? Dad is still very much in the picture, I want to add, and I've only met the kid a few quick times. I'm asking because I'm getting a lot of drama from the girl because I didn't bring her son birthday gifts. It says, who do that?
Who do that?
Who do that?
Casually dating, I would say no, that's not your responsibility. It sounds like she may be thinking you're not as casual as you may be thinking, because if I'm kind of dating somebody and we've been dating for a little while and, hey, my kid is an extension of me, like that's me right there. So I would rather you go if it's a little bit more serious, then anything would do. So that's probably why she's hurt. You know what I mean? Like, you're ignoring her kid. You don't want to ignore a baby. But, dude, if it's just like a fling or you're just casually dating, you don't see anything in the future with her, then no, that's not your responsibility. That's her kid. It just depends, because it sounds like both of you are not on the same page
It's
here.
not your responsibility, but I will say, just to add on, because you were absolutely correct with your diagnosis.
Oh, well, thanks.
But I will say, if you're keeping it P, you can buy gifts for a kid through the mom. You don't want the credit for it, because if you don't know the kid, the kid's not my responsibility. I don't have a relationship with the kid, but I do have a relationship with you. And I know I've done this a few times with people who I was hollering at. I don't know your kid. I ain't never met your kid, but you're telling me you're planning the party. So I'm like, hey, let me help you out a little bit and whatever. And so give them something. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be from me, because they don't know me. Let me just help you because you're my ally. Me, I mess with you. I don't mess with that kid. Here you go. And then that's can absolve a
It's
lot
a
of the
good
drama.
look, yes,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
it'll win her over a little bit more if that's what you're looking for, and it's a backdoor way of taking care of the kid and impressing the mom at
Right.
the same
Yeah,
time.
that's all you're trying to do. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to impress you. So, hey, here's a couple
Yeah,
$100.
that's pimping right there.
Yeah,
I ain't
it
gonna lie.
is.
That's a
Smart.
smooth
Put a
move
little
right
something
now.
on that for your
Yeah, I
kid.
got
Very
you.
But
smart.
make it from you. You
Yes.
know, like, don't do nothing. I don't
but
want to
she
start
knows,
no fighting.
and she'll always remember that you were
Yeah.
that sweet to do that. So of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
if you want
so you
to,
get a little point.
what's
right
it gonna
there.
hurt to spend like $25? You know?
There you go. All right, let's squeeze one more in. What we got?
This one's for the room. It says, one of my best friends is dealing with a married man. I do not condone this behavior at all, and now I'm worried about her being around my husband. Am I tripping? I'm thinking about creating some distance from her, but at the same time, that's my girl, and we've been through a lot.
See there? That we've been through a lot means that you've done dirt that she knows about and she's done dirt that you know about. That's the code.
Is that what that meant?
We ain't got to dig into
Yeah.
your business, but y'all have done some dirt together. So you know, lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Now, that don't mean that she's going to go after your man, but it does mean that you've kind of co-signed some of her activity out there. So you can't get mad at her for being real. She keeping it a buck.
You can
This-
distance a
this
little
is
bit,
who
though.
I am.
Yes, but as you get older or in a relationship, if you don't want to associate with somebody that is doing dirt in your eyes, if that's what you want to call it, I mean, you can distance yourself from a relationship just a little bit
Ain't
if
that-
that's what makes you
Ain't
feel
that none
better.
of your business, though?
It is
That's
none
her
of your
best friend.
business.
You
It's
would-
not- but it's
But
none of your
girls are
business.
different. Girls are different because they call each other and tell each other everything that's going on. That's your bestie. So,
but
you
your
gotta be there for
husband,
your
it doesn't
bestie.
mean I want your husband. I wanted a married man. The dude who I wanted happened to be married,
Mm-hmm.
and he was down to get down. You have a different situation. A, your man don't look good. Secondly, you keep him happy. Like, you don't, whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't want your guy, so it
Mhm.
shouldn't really factor into the friendship.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she's going to take your man.
If we got to quote our man Kevin Hart, when you are my best friend, my bull is your bull. Like, I mean, that's just it. That's what we do. We share it. So don't get rid of the friend. Just know your husband ain't her type and keep it moving. All right, more of your questions coming up after Lotto. We got your Therapy Thursday questions, 888-429-0941. You can pull up what we got.
This one didn't say who they want to answer it, so I'll just read it. It says, I've been communicating with this man who is incarcerated. We had a little thing before he went away, but it seems like our bond has strengthened a lot over the last 38 months. We tell each other we love him, and we tell each other we love each other, and I told him that he could move in with me when he gets out.
Okay.
Now I'm having second thoughts.
You think?
Duh.
Can I change my mind, or do I need to follow through with this?
Yeah, you can absolutely change your mind because he's still a captive audience. Like, he's locked up, right?
You got time.
He's locked 38 months.
Right. So yeah. So
38
he's
months?
He's still
Yeah.
inside. So you
3
you
years.
can change your
Yeah,
mind because
that's a
he
lot.
would now have to come up with another option. It's not like he got the right to show
He
up.
probably doesn't have very many options.
I trust
They
me.
lo-
I'm
they
aware-
love each
I'm
other,
aware,
Orlando.
I'm aware he.
We are in love.
Listen.
I'm like, I love him.
There's a great a great possibility that the sensitive things that have been said to you is because the options are very limited because he's in there. It's locked up and
Understood.
and you're getting a really good side of him and everything.
They did
but-
say they used to deal with each other before he went away.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. But got closer over the 38 months. Feels
Yeah.
like we're closer.
they're
You know why you feel like you're
besties.
closer? Because imagine him not having no friends to text, no friends to email, nobody to go to hang out with, and it's just you.
Mhm.
Because that's what it is right now in jail. So, if you've romanticized this, I would fall back a little bit and say, you know what? Maybe we've going too far to be moving in together and stuff. Let's
The answer is
keep
you
it real.
can change your mind. You're
can
allowed to.
change your
And just
mind.
keep an open relationship with him because, if you do change your mind, you want to get back together with him, you have time to figure that out because it's going to be 3 years.
If we keeping it honest,
He gonna
yes,
pull
you
up?
can.
oh, he gonna pull up.
He gonna pull up like them parents. You gonna have to call first.
Yes.
Inmate 52-6J7. You gonna have to make sure you call and let me know you coming.
Mm.
All right. Let's see, Dr. Davi.
Dímelo.
This is a question that says, if you have a chance to switch up to another job for a little more money, but the new job comes with a P test on the regular, and you happen to be a medical card holder, would you go there? It seems like a setup for failure for me because my job now is all good with no possibility of me getting in trouble, if you know what I mean. What do I do in this situation? Because the long term would undermine my short term.
If
I
you
don't
are,
know what that means. The long term will undermine my short term.
if you're a medical card holder, the law is on your side. I don't think a job is allowed to keep you from taking your medicine.
I don't know about that.
Unless you're operating a heavy machinery. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they would be opening themselves up to
Legal issues.
Legal issues, because now there's probably some stipulations if you're operating heavy machinery or flying a plane.
If that's
or
all you're
something like
doing, though, if you're doing anything that's not on that medical marijuana card and then they're testing you.
Just going by his email, he said a medical card.
Right.
But take that out of the equation for just 1 second.
That's not, though, because I'm listening to your answer, and I'm like, damn, wait a minute. So I got a card. Does that mean I can go outside and...
Yeah, that's what the card is for.
Right.
So you can take your medicine.
I didn't know that.
People take a lot of things during the workday.
People here that take breaks.
Yeah.
Okay, Buck is shaking his head like that's not true.
Yes, it is.
It is true.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
But I will say, take that to the side for 1 second. Just remember, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. If you have
grass, I see what you did.
if you have a good thing going, and you said it's just for a little bit more money, then I would kind of figure out maybe you have a really good thing at your job that you don't want to mess up, and starting over at somewhere else might be a big burden on you.
There's something that you always talk about when you give advice about ambition. You always say strive, do better.
Right.
And when I read that, I was thinking that you have a comfortable job. They're not testing you. It could be good forever. You know what I mean? But you have a better opportunity for some growth. It ain't a lot more money, but there's a little bit more structure there. So in essence, what we always tell people about being motivated, have some sort of ambition or plan, kind of would speak to that, like not holding on to an easy job, a cakewalk job, because they allow you to partake. You know what I'm saying? Like have a little bit more upside. If it's more upside and just a little bit of money, but it's like sometimes we got to put on our adult pants. Like, you know, like the fact, like I just asked you, like, man, so that means I could walk. I don't walk out to go out and enjoy because I don't want to come back and my corporate people be looking at me like, whoa, Jamaican now?
We're getting a slew of texts saying that you're not protected.
You're not
medical
protected.
Marijuana card.
Remember, there's a ton
you're
of
not
people
protected.
that use. We laugh about it and we talk about all this, but there's a lot of people that this is
Imperative.
a lifesaver.
It's imperative
for
for them
them.
to
It
have
could be
it, yeah.
whatever the symptoms or whatever they have could be debilitating, and this helps a lot.
Right.
So if this is something you need, I wouldn't jeopardize that.
Okay.
Yeah, don't mess
All
up
right.
your money. Okay, I have one for the room.
Okay.
I'm 35 and my friend is 40 and he does not have his stuff together, meaning no car, no stable place to stay, no stable job, and even lives in the trap. But he's a genuine person. I'm just not quite sure if he's for me because I don't know how to proceed with this. Should I stay in this relationship and see where it goes because he's a good, genuine guy, or let it go?
I would tell you one of the there was a girl I dated here in Tampa, and I forgot, it's right off of 275. Like when you leave Malfunction Junction, there's some like projects that's like under the overpass of 275 down there. And I knew her from the club, and she was the dopest person. And I had to give her a ride home one night, and I took her home, and I was like, oh my God, this is.
Is this where the dog came out?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I
I told you a long time ago about
Long
that
time
dog
ago,
when I
yes.
left her house. It was just a Rottweiler out that was just free. And I was walking my car, and it was like, and chased me to my car. But what I'm saying is that where somebody lives shouldn't undermine you being involved with them. If they good people, you don't care where they live or whatever else. That shouldn't be a factor into all of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you catch somebody at their different trajectory, they at the beginning of their growth, you still got a good person. You don't get rid of a good one, because there's some great living dirt bags out there. There's some people who got great apartments and condos and ain't worth
Nothing,
water.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So you find a good one. Who cares
But
where
he
they
is
live?
I think the one of the biggest mistakes and most common mistakes that people make is thinking that they can fix or change somebody. So you have to go into this with the idea of this is who he is.
Tell him.
And lack of ambition is one of the least sexy things. I think you're gonna grow to resent that. If you don't, it's one thing to not have your stuff together, but to never have your stuff together and never really even try to step up and step your game up. Yeah, I think that's gonna get
She
old real quick.
listed all the red flags.
And all
Yeah,
she
but
and all
the
she
only
said,
red flag that made sense to me was the no car, because we don't live in a place where you could live with like a subway system or some, like some cities you can get around without a car. You don't need one. Here, you got to have one, so that I don't know too many ladies who are cool dating somebody that they need to drive the whole time. But other than that, having somebody, they're like, it ain't no never, he won't ever get better. You might be the impetus for him to get better because he wants to keep up with you. Like, somebody see you winning, they don't necessarily want to be a bum. But I think, hell, I just think that if somebody gives you the opportunity to show them they shine, let them shine.
Maybe it's a difference between men and women here because this, for me, it's too many red flags. You can still talk to him if you want to, but I would not take this relationship serious at all whatsoever.
And all
if
she
this
really
was
said
my
was,
sister, I would say get him a car.
He's genuine. He's genuine. He's genuine. That's all I heard. He's genuine. Like,
he ain't got no job.
Genuine means something, though.
It doesn't mean everything, though.
There's a lot of fake dudes out here that got really good things on paper, but you get with them and they don't have a genuine bone in their body.
That means he's good in bed and he's a genuine person, but he has nothing else to offer.
He might have grown up with a good Christian family. They might be a little poor.
Go get a job. There's lots of jobs. let's build you up a little bit here.
Wait, oh my God, Scrubs just hit me with. I guess we're gonna tap into another doctor.
Okay.
They said you out here giving bad advice.
Grown
men without their blank together is a no-go. Davi had it at 100.
Thank you. You knew where I was going with this.
All right, fine, and leave him on the curb. He can't stay.
Orlando in the Freak Show.
Therapy Thursday is a wrap. 888-429-0941. You can always tap in with your freaks.